Hey YouTube, outplayed in my opinion here. I have a deck profile for you guys today on my hero deck. Heroes are one of my favorite decks, but I took them apart about mid-format just because I just didn't think they could compete with the format anymore. I'd been running them for like 2 years, but I just didn't like how the deck was running. I had problems with like most of the meta, Chaos Dragon, stuff like that. So I just decided to switch to other decks, for nationals and stuff. But now that the format is over, nationals is done and everything, I decided that I would go back to my favorite deck. So yeah, I took this to my locals today. I got third place, lost to Chaos Dragons. Yeah, Chaos Dragons is, like I said, bad matchup. So whatever, it's all good. So yeah, let's just get started with the deck list. So start off one Stratos. It's needed in any hero deck, pretty much. There's really no reason why you would run this card. 3 Alias, standard. I don't really think I could explain that card that much. 3 Thunder King. I really like Thunder King a lot this format. I feel like first turn Thunder King is just such a strong play. If you go first turn Thunder King, it can hurt a lot of decks. It can hurt Rabbit a lot, which is really good. It hurt like the anti-meta decks out there. And Thunder King isn't a bad card, against like, Chaos Dragons, negate a Chaos Monster if you need to. And yeah, so I just think it's a cool card this format. Also, I kind of put this at 3, so I thought it would be good for my locals. But yeah, I don't know if I would run 3 of these if I was going to like a regional or something. But I don't really think there are any more regionals this format, so I don't really think that would matter. 3 Veilers, because there's a lot of stuff that this deck can't stop, like first turn plays. This card's good against like Inzectors, of course, which haven't completely fallen off the radar yet. They still see some play. And yeah, and last but not least, 1 Honest. I just felt like with 3 Thunder Kings, Honest should have been mained. I don't think Honest is that amazing of a card, to be perfectly honest. I just put it in here because it's really good with Thunder King. It's like mediocre with Alias because you don't really need to protect Alias a lot of the time, unless you're like desperately trying to top a Spark, which you would probably be in a bad situation anyways. But yeah, that's just my opinion. But I'd still run it. It's not that bad. I'm making it sound pretty terrible. It's a really good card in a lot of situations. With Thunder King, of course. So yeah, on to the spells. 3 Miracles. This card's basically what makes the deck. Shining, it just allows you to just reuse everything in the deck. It allows you to just put big beaters on the field, which is a problem that this deck can have. And this card just solves a lot of the deck's problems, which is kind of what I like about it. 3 Gemini Sparks. That way your aliases have a purpose. It's not even that. It's really just because Gemini Spark, honestly, is a really good card. If you Gemini Spark Alias, in response to lots of cards, it can be really good because you'll be getting like +1s. If you summon it, they bottomless. You Spark, it's a +1. Summon, attack, they prison. You Spark, it's a +1. They torrential it, it's a +1. So Spark helps you get advantage. This deck is a lot of like 1-for-1s, and Spark is either it's a 1-for-1 or it's a +1, which is really helpful. 3 Dualities. It's an anti-meta deck. You really just need to run 3 of these. And of course, this deck can have some like weird hands. Open up like multiple Miracles, multiple Sparks, but no ways to get a monster, or opening multiple monsters but none of the support cards to help them, or something like that. So Duality can help you get either the support cards or the cards that need the supporters, vice versa. You know what I mean. I'm running 2 E-Calls and 1 Rhoda, just for maximum consistency. Even with only 4 targets, I think that you have to run the 2 and 1, just because, like I said before, you're going to get weird hands, and that's just to ensure that you get like normal hands. You kind of want to get like the same constant hands each time. Live Sparks, live Miracles, live Hero Blasts if needed. And you don't want to open up hands. Like, even if you don't open up any of those and you just open up like all traps, or you open up like traps and like Effect Veiler, it's just not that good, honestly. You know, you need to have monsters. You can't just sit there and just protect all your stuff, but like not applying pressure or anything. So yeah, that's why I'm running maxing out. Not maxing out, but like using a lot more than normal of the searching cards. One book, one heavy, one dark hole, one reborn. Staples. So yeah, and then for the traps, I'm running 2 Hero Blasts. This is a card that I usually like. I don't know. I don't like this card that much because I just find that it's been dead for me a lot. I usually run 1. I usually go from like 1 to 2, but I decided to run 2. It is a good card. You know, it is a +1, which really helps. But I just find that it can be really dead sometimes. 2 bottomless trap holes. This is pretty standard, you know, to be able to keep up with the current meta. It's good against pretty much everything. 2 prisons, another one of those, you know, keeping up with the meta cards. Honestly, I think I should be playing 3, but I'm not really sure what I want to cut yet, so I decided to keep it at 2. But prison is really good. You know, it's another one of those cards that's just good against everything, except for like Inzectors, but it's still not terrible against Inzectors. You can get rid of like the Xyz and stuff like that they make. 2 Torrentials. This deck's like a lot of 1-for-1 removal. So with Torrential, it's good to have, you know, mass removal. They put multiple monsters on the field. The Solemn Brigade, pretty standard. Just sop stuff. And 1 Starlight Road. I don't know how I feel about this card. I think I'm gonna cut it. How many spells? How many traps? So yeah, I'm running 13 traps. I have 1 more after this, but yeah, I just don't know how I feel about this card. You know, it's like if once heavy's gone, this card really lacks a purpose. You can like play into torrentials and other stuff like that, you know, to be able to use this card. It's not terrible. I wouldn't run. I'm not saying like I would run another card like Bribe over it. I don't know. It's a good protection card. You know, first turn road with like Thunder King and back rows. That's pretty much game. And last but not least, I'm running 1 compulsory evacuation device, just to return cards that are like really annoying to this deck, such as Zen mains. And also, you can do stuff like summon Stratos, and if they Veiler it, you can compulse it back to your hand. You get the search, they wasted their Veiler, and then you can summon Stratos again and get another search next turn, which is really good. So yeah, that is the main deck. I'm going to go ahead and show the extra deck real quick. Not really going to explain anything here. 3 Shining. I guess, yeah, I've been going back and forth between 2 and 3 on this. I guess I had to put in 3. 1 Nova Master, 1 Zero, 1 Gaia, 1 Great Tornado, 1 Blade Armor, 1 Utopia, 1 Utopia Ray, 1 Pearl, 1 Maestroke, 1 Roach, 1 Cataster, and 1 Stardust Dragon. Everything there is pretty standard. Nothing really I would change about it. It's fine at the moment. And I'm not going to show the side, but yeah. Alright, so I hope you liked the video. Thumbs up, and peace.